So, you see Jaxson get banged up like that. What's going through your head?
I mean, right when he went down, I saw his face in the dirt. I was kind of like, oh, it's time to go. I felt prepared. I mean, obviously, I wish the best for Jaxson. I never want to see a kid get hurt, especially a kid that I care about and that I'm friends with. But at the end of the day, I felt like I prepared for my moment whenever it did come, and I was excited that I got to get out there.
How did you feel, without looking at film, how do you feel like you did?
I think I started off a little shaky, which, I mean, is probably understandable. But once I got rolling, I felt like we could score every time, I got to protect myself better on the one sack fumble for sure. But, I mean, besides that, I felt like we moved up and down the field pretty well.
Were you glad to get some game film, out there for the new staff to be able to evaluate going into the offseason?
Honestly, that didn't really cross my mind. I was just happy to be out there, I mean, you work so long and so hard for a certain moment, and sometimes I feel like that's never going to happen. So it was really good to be out there, and there's really nothing like being out there. So that was a great experience.
To get the first touchdown late, first touchdown pass of your career for Katie Nixon.
Yeah, I mean, Katie's a great guy. I'm really happy he got in there too. I think that was his first one here as well. So again, the line blocked it up really well. Katie made a great play, and I'm happy for him. I gave the ball to my mom, so I was happy about that.
With everything you learned this year and with the new coaches stepping in, how do you look towards the future?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying to you if I said this year was easy, I mean, we lose our coach game 2, and then we have a whole bunch of other unprecedented things go through or happen. But I think the fact that I was able to go through that and come out on the other end in a positive way gives me a ton of confidence going forward. I mean, whatever happens, whatever crazy unprecedented thing comes in the future, because it's college football, I'm sure something weird will happen. But I feel like I'm ready for it, and that whatever happens, I'll be good.
Do you anticipate playing at USC next season?
Absolutely.
You missed your senior year of high school.
Yes.
You go through this year. Talk about the mental, just the emotional growth you've been through.
Yeah, like you said, I missed my senior year, and then I didn't play much this year. So your love for the game is definitely tested, especially when you're named the third-string quarterback in fall camp. That stuff's not easy, you know what I mean? I'd be lying if it was, but it really tests your love for the game. It tests how much you really want this stuff. And like I said, there's been a lot of adversity this year, and I'm happy that I came out of it in a positive way.
Did you get to talk to Lincoln at all last week?
I haven't. I mean, I spoke to him in a group setting, but I plan on meeting with him this week.
What was your reaction when he was hired? What are your thoughts on his offense?
Yeah, I mean, as a quarterback, that's pretty much all you could ask for. You take one of the best coaches in college football and a guy that's known for developing quarterbacks. So I'm really excited to work with him and learn as much as I possibly can from him.
And looking at the future, do you hope it's a competition with you and Jaxson? How do you view in your mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to going out there in the spring or starting now in the winter and going and competing. And however the chips fall, but I'm excited to go compete.
Kyle Ford said he didn't know you had those juke moves. Did you know you had those juke moves?
Yes, I did. Kyle's an idiot. No, I mean, I hadn't pulled that one off since I played AAU basketball, but it was funny.
You were in a tough spot as a freshman. You can't really be the assertive leader in the locker room.
Right.
How tough were things behind the scenes for this team?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, being young, it's hard to be in that leadership role. Just coming from high school, I was in a role where I felt like I'd earned the right to get on guys and to lead my team. And coming in here as a young guy, not so much, So there were certain guys I looked up to. Vi's a great example of how to lead. Jake Hunt is another guy. So I try to just kind of take after those guys' examples and hopefully follow in their footsteps at some point.
When you meet with Coach Riley soon, what are the kinds of things you want to hear from him in terms of how he's going to lead the program moving forward, and then you as a player specifically too?
Yeah, I mean, all I want, I think his reputation kind of precedes itself in terms of him as a coach. All I want from him is a fair shot, and as long as I get that, then I'm great with whatever he does.
What's the biggest thing that has to change in the culture of this program? What about that culture the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's a loaded one. I think leadership, you know what I mean? I think there were certain guys, like I mentioned, like Drake and Vi, who really stand out to me as leaders. But I think as a program, we have to hold one another accountable and really work towards a common goal. and I think we have to develop a kind of we, not me mindset. And I think if we do that, we'll be really, really successful.
Thank you.